welcome back to our channel. It's episode 146. Today's Monday, August 26, 2024. And welcome back to the channel. We don't have any puppies with us today because all of the puppies have gone home. I know. But congrats to Jodi for raising 8 little puppies and getting them off to their forever homes. And they're all doing so wonderful. But we love seeing everyone's comments from the last video and how much you guys enjoyed us having the puppies on. But no more puppies. You'll just have to see our old dogs and cats from now on. They make appearances. They make appearances. I will not show you my old cat because we did shave her last night, that was an event. That was an event, shaving a cat. She handled it pretty well, but now she looks even more old than what she did.
Oh,
yeah.
But she probably feels great though.
Yeah, we do have a little bit more work to do because she, like, her torso is all shaved, but her legs and her arms and like her head are still really furry. So, you know, we're getting there. But anyway, we've had a lot going on since we filmed last. Obviously, invoices have gone out for the retreat. So thank you to those who have paid, and for those of you who went on the wait list and paid your invoice when we got those sent out. So we are actually really close to filling the spots that we have available for the retreat. I have a couple more invoices to send out early next week once we hit the deadline for payment for the waitlist folks. So this is a reminder that for those of you who received an invoice after going on the waitlist, your invoice payment is due by the end of this week. And then we will send out a few remaining invoices that we have. And then if we have spots that open up, you know, later down the road before we get to the retreat, we'll hopefully fill those up as well. So if you weren't able to get the information sheet off of the invoice, please let us know. We can always send the information sheet to you if you have a paid invoice so that you can get the link for the hotel to get into the group rate for the hotel rooms. All of the information is provided on the info sheet. And then we're happy to answer any questions that you have. Just a reminder too, the deadline for cancellation to receive your refund is November 30th. At midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if, unfortunately, if something happens after that, we're not honoring any type of refund. We do have some expenses that go out ahead of time that we need to accommodate for. So thank you for your understanding with that. But we're really excited and we already have a lot of good stuff planned. And yeah, we're also going to be pushing the apparel order for the 2025 retreat a little bit later this year to give those who are late getting onto the list for the attendee list, to give you guys an opportunity to place an apparel order. We also have some extras that we buy and have available at the retreat for purchase, but we always recommend ordering when the order form goes out, I guess you should say, and paying that so that you can pick up your apparel right when you get to the retreat. But if you forget or you don't want to order ahead of time, we will have a limited supply of extras that we'll have available at the retreat. But again, any questions, DM us on Instagram, send us an individual message, shoot us an email to the steelcitystitchers@gmail.com, and we're happy to answer any questions and hope you all are as excited as we are for next April. I know it feels like a long way away, but it's going to be here before we know it.
I would say if you're interested, join the wait list, because at any point we could have, you know, a cancellation. So if you think it's too late, it's not. Just join the wait list and see what happens. But I would say get on it soon.
Yes, absolutely. And the link will still be, we'll put the link for the wait list in this video as well. It's also on episode 145. And you can also get the link by going to the Steel City Stitchers on Instagram by going to our profile there. So plenty of opportunities to fill out the form, get on the wait list, and as spots open, we'll continue to fill those spots like Erin said. So plenty of opportunity. We want everyone who wants to come. We really want to accommodate everybody that wants to come. So we will do our best to make sure that anyone on the wait list who wants to pay an invoice and wants to attend, that you will have an opportunity to do so. So thank you. We're so excited. All right, so let's get into it. It's been a while, so we probably have a few things to show you tonight. So Erin, you're first. What do you got for haul?
Well, so it was my birthday since the last time we were on, and I'm not gonna hold it up and show it, but my favorite thing that I got was a label maker for my kittens. So now I can print like mailing labels. It's one of those thermal ones. Love it. It makes me so happy. Like the noises it makes are so like it makes my little computer organized heart just like so giddy.
ASMR.
Really fun beep. Yes, I love it. I love the noises, but that's my favorite present. But my mom also got me, like a few. She likes to just go to Joann's and like picks out a few things. So she got me this guy and this wooden thing, and then a couple of these, which I'm probably just gonna end up giving these to the girls, but I have put stitching stuff on these before. And I love when she buys me these like suitcase things because I always have something I can put in these.
Mhm.
Those are fun.
That's my favorite thing that she gets. I did a little bit of stitchy kindness. I put out a free pattern. So if you have not seen it and if you're interested in it, I'll put the link for it in our video description. But that's the pattern. This is what it looks like stitched up.
So cute. You're so generous.
A free little fall pattern for everybody.
I love it.
Look how cute and little it is.
Love that. Look at that
I
tiny flat fold.
Tiny. It's the tiniest little flat fold that I'm gonna put in the kitchen, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be really funny. This is 16 count because that's what I always send in my tins. But if somebody did like an even smaller one, I was like, boy, I bet this could get like ultra tiny.
That seems like a challenge, Erin.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. The tiniest tiny stitch somebody could do. And then we went out to dinner and had a lovely time. That was my best thing that I also got for my birthday. We did a belated birthday get together because I was in Michigan, not having the best birthday, but I will pretend that Saturday was my real birthday and it was fun.
It was a blast. And I realized that we didn't take a single picture of us out. We took a picture of our drinks because that's, what we do, but we didn't have
We're
a single
so
picture of the
stupid.
three of us together. So, I don't know.
I thought about it the next day. I'm like, we really didn't take a picture. We all looked so cute too.
We did. We actually got like nice and fancy and went out to dinner.
Next time.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to go out again. That's all that means.
I'm down for that. Of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's it for me. I didn't get anything else right now.
All right. Jode, what did you get for Haul or Stitchy Kindness?
I got my fall kittens from Erin, and I'm not going to show you the patterns, but I chose some
Here I
real
can show
cute
you.
ones.
Which
I
ones
got
did you
this-
pick? I can show them.
The squirrel.
Squirrel.
I got the truck,
Oh, I love truck.
the pumpkin,
That's been very popular.
and the leaves,
Where's
which
Lee?
I stitched for one of my finishes.
Ooh,
And how cute is the needle minder?
I know.
I do like it. They're all like a little bit different fall themed needle minders. Kristen's is one of my favorites, but any of the pumpkin ones I think are so cute.
I love that one. So thank you, Erin, for my fall kittens. If you guys haven't gotten yours yet, do so. And that's all I got. I did get something else that I bought, but I used it, so I'll show it to you guys when we get to finishes.
Awesome. I also got my kittens, but I can't show them to you in this segment because I actually finished all of them. So
All
I'll
of them.
I love that.
Goddamn overachiever.
I know. Well, let's just say I did a lot of stitching and not a lot of working last week. So I had a lot of time to do some stitching. But, like we've talked about before, they're just so easy to sit and stitch. Like when I'm at my desk, if I'm in a meeting and I don't need to be taking notes, I just need to be present. It actually helps me pay attention because my hands are occupied. So I have a hard time with fidgeting and not wanting to like pick up my phone while I'm on a phone call at work and like play on my phone. So this was actually a really good way for me to concentrate on what I needed to for work. And I also accomplished stitching 4 little finishes. So it was a win-win. So highly
I love that.
Yeah. The other thing that I got was I went to Iowa in earlier in July, or earlier in August, actually. It was just a couple of weeks ago, but I went to visit our friends Sarah and Larry that some of you met at the retreat last year. But Sarah's been a very good friend of ours for years. I mean, we met her at our very first retreat, and she's been one of our best friends ever since. And they live outside of Des Moines, and we went to the Des Moines, the Iowa State Fair, which is actually in Des Moines. I have always wanted to go to a huge state fair. In Pennsylvania, we don't really have a state fair. We have a farm show. Bloomsburg has a fairly big fair. The Erie County Fair is big. Like county fairs are big, but they're not a state fair. So we had an opportunity Jason and I went out and visited them, and we went to the fair for a couple of days, and it was a blast. But when we showed up at the house, she actually had a little gift for me, because Sarah is one of the craftiest people that we know. And I feel like anything crafty she picks up, she just does, and she does so well. But she made me a fair bag with cows on it.
Stop.
Cute.
Oh, cute.
And pigs, little farm fabric, and it's huge. Like this is perfect for us for a bag. So it'll fit like my big 11 by 11 Q-snap. And then she also made me, because she always complains that I have just like thread all rolled up and thrown in the bag, but she made me a little thread keep as well with Jason and Friday the 13th fabric on it. So thank you, Sarah. This was so nice. It was such a fun surprise. And she did such a like fabulous job, of course, at making these bags.
Is that the first time she's made one?
I think she said like she hasn't really made that many. And of course, like, her edges look really good, has the vinyl front on it. There's really not much she can't do when it comes to crafting.
She's good at everything.
Yeah. So this was awesome. Thank you, Sarah. But other than that, that is all I have received. So let's
Why
get
don't
into
you have a state fair?
What's that?
Why doesn't Pennsylvania have a state fair? I didn't know that, because I'm from Michigan, and Michigan has a state fair.
I don't know. I think the fair in Bloomsburg is supposed to technically be like the Pennsylvania State Fair, but like I don't think it's officially the state fair. It's just very large. And I remember living in Harrisburg for a number of years. We used to go to the Pennsylvania Farm Show, which was, huge. But our county fairs are really like what people go to. I remember going to like the Warren County Fair, and then obviously going to the Washington County Fair, which is really fun. Like it's a blast. But yeah, and it was cool to see at the Iowa State Fair, they had like a whole barn just for fiber arts. So all of the cross stitch, all of the quilts.
Fun.
Wow.
People who make clothes. I mean, some of the blue ribbon, like the grand prize winners, I mean, their stuff was just, it almost took your breath away. Like it made me emotional about how talented people are, and like how this art needs to survive, like how crafting and making things and creating things, it's just something that can't die. Like we have to keep promoting this with the younger generation. Not a lot of people like make clothes anymore. Not a lot of people quilt anymore. But like in this community, we see it all the time. But like, we need to keep those crafts alive. And yeah, it was amazing to see. Just the talent was just indescribable. So I know some of our viewers were also there, like our friend Allison. I know that she went to the fair like a couple of days after I did. And we were talking about it, but the food was cool. Seeing the stuff, all the animals. I mean, it's just, I love state fairs. I love fairs. They're so fun. Highly recommend. I heard too that like Minnesota has a big one. Does Michigan, is their state fair really big?
It used to be, and it used to be like literally in Detroit. It was like right by 8 Mile even. But because that area changed so much over the years, they had to move it. But I don't know where it got moved to. But I know like in the 90s, I would go to the Michigan State Fair in Detroit. And now it's not. And it was huge too. You had like there was a whole giant place with just like chickens, and the chickens had their own like different categories, and like you just walk around, and
Yeah.
I loved it. It was huge. All of the different, like there were pigs and there were cows that were on display. And I remember you always went and got like raw honey was the big thing to get at the fair.
Yeah. They had
And
like
then you would do the rides and all, it was the 90s. So we were eating junk food from morning till night. And your parents were like, here's some money. We're going to go over here and we'll see you later. No cell phones.
I mean, it was, the Iowa State Fair was huge. I mean, it was 2 days worth of activities, and we didn't even walk into like the ride and game section and stuff. I mean, there was just so much to see, and like the beer tents. I mean, it was awesome.
Because that definitely didn't exist back then. Oh, and like big music too. Like I saw Alison Krauss there. That was like the big thing, was at the state fair.
Yeah, we saw Greta Van Fleet. I mean, but like Jelly Roll was there the night before.
Oh my God, it's huge.
And he was there. It was completely sold out. But we were actually just standing outside of the grandstand, like listening to him, because you could hear him as clear as day. So it wasn't like you just couldn't see him, but you could hear him.
Yeah.
But yeah, they actually got some big names. So it was really cool. So yeah.
Isn't that how Selena got her start, was going around to fairs?
Yeah, the Texas State Fair and the rodeo and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Little fair.
That would have been cool to see, but
that would have been so cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I know my sister and them have gone to the Texas State Fair, and it's just gigantic. But
where's the Texas State Fair? Who wins? Where is it? Because Texas is so big.
I think it's in Dallas, maybe Dallas or Houston. I mean, maybe it's in Houston. I think it is in Houston. I don't know, but they've definitely gone to it before, but I don't know if they've traveled for it. But yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
It's just something different. All right, well, let's get into finishes, shall we? Erin, what do you have finished this week?
All right, I know it's lame when all I talk about are my kittens, but it's really the only thing I finished. I did finish all of these. Are all of the patterns, in case people are wondering what they look like. I'll show just a few more of my favorites. I like the parade one. My candy corn one stitched up better than I thought it would. I always do a mouse. I don't know why. I don't do it intentionally. Cats are hard to like make a pattern for, but mice for some reason aren't. I don't know why.
I like his big head.
Mm-hmm. And then pumpkins, and then I'll do one more is my turkey. So I'm ready for fall and all things fall. My tins are available through Etsy, but you can get them with free shipping if you go to my Instagram or Facebook, and I'll put the link below. You can just click that link too, and it's the order link, and you'll get the tin and the seasonal needle minder, the scissors, and the needle. Mm-hmm. And then also I've started my sale for the Advent calendar. So that's $100, and that's your shipping is included. You'll pay now. I won't ship it until November 1st. I have to start like ordering and stuff depending on how many people have purchased it. But I'll put that link below too. So if you are an Advent fan like I am, I want an Advent of everything. I'm like, give me an Advent of like, besides chocolate, I want a tea one. Like I want everything. Mm-hmm. They have them for like Bluey, which I think are so cute. Or like, I think Brooke did one that was Legos, but it was specifically for Home Alone. So you ended up making like a giant Home Alone.
Oh my God, that would be so cool for Christmas vacation.
Oh, I bet they have one too.
I bet they do too.
If you're a big Advent fan, I would recommend, and it'll be on sale through September 25th. So if you order it now, it won't ship until November 1st, but I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I've had a good amount of orders already, so I'm going to have to get to work soon.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
But that's it. I have more things that I've stitched, but they're not finishes. So I'll show you in a moment.
All right, Jodi, what do you have for finishes?
All right, so I stitched up a part of one of my kittens patterns, the leaves. So I got this guy from Target so long ago. Kristen, I think you got it too, didn't you?
I hold on, I have a squirrel. Hold on.
I think you do too. And I remember talking to your mom about it, but I got it so long ago. But anyways, I stitched up one of the little leaves.
Little leaves in there.
And
That's
I
so
put little leaves and a little pumpkin behind it.
Aw.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
I knew
that's
you had it. I
sweet.
know what you have better than you know what you have.
I know. Thank God you reminded me because now I can finish one on here.
Right? How cute
That's
is
really
he?
cute.
I love
That's
it.
very cute.
So I just put a couple fall buttons behind there. So that was one of my finishes. And so fun to stitch. I did this during work today too. So like, so fun, so easy. I love it.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Target, get your ass to Target because
Fun.
I found these boxes. Okay. They
Oh.
open up and they are perfect squares.
Oh, that is adorable.
Right? So they had these two shapes. So I got the round one and the square one.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
just stitched these like random. I mean, it's like a perfect grid. And I just used yarn, like regular
Oh,
yarn.
yeah. Yeah.
Thick enough,
And
yeah.
you could stitch, I mean, like, I don't know, I didn't know what to do with it, but I might do something on the top. And I just wanted to see if it would work, and it worked. And these were $3, I think.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
All
So
right.
I'm going to Target this week.
Gotta go to Target.
Go to Target. So
Well,
if this
I'm
was
run to
my,
my Target and buy out all of these boxes. That's what I'm concerned with.
you know what is so weird? Target always has like stitchable things every now and then. Like they had the bags, right? They had like the
Yeah.
tote bags.
The
Then they
shoes.
had like the cosmetic bags. Then they had the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes.
They always have like shit that you can stitch on. And they had like notebooks at one point
Mm-hmm.
with like a stitchable cover. And like, I don't know,
Yeah.
they're so fun. And these are awesome. Like,
That's a
I
good
didn't throw
box.
my scissors in there, but I mean, it's so fun.
Yeah, love that.
Get your ass to Target.
Going.
That's all my finishes.
Go to Target, get a little pumpkin cream, Starbucks.
Buy some stitchable boxes. Treat yourself.
Perfect.
Do your thing.
Yeah, that is awesome. I can't wait. Now I really want to go to
Don't
Target
go
this.
to the Robinson one, people. I need a chance to get there.
That's why I'm kind of telling you, like, stay away from my Target so we don't buy out all of.
Oh, is that the one you go to? Is Mount Nebo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we go to Mount Nebo. We go to the Robin.
I sometimes I go to the McKnight one, but I never get cell phone service in there. And I always go like during the day, and I'm worried that like I'm getting work emails, so I have to have my phone. And so I never go to that one because I can't use my phone in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fair.
We have to pretend like we're working during the day. So I'm just kidding. We work really hard and we are always sitting at our computer and we are never not working. So always.
I honestly don't know two people that work harder than you two. So if you need to take little mental breaks to do stuff like that, God speed, do it. Because you need to work your asses off.
Don't worry.
Don't you worry.
Yes. Oh, cool. All right. Well, finishes. I have, well, obviously I'm working on giant patterns, which I'll show you progress on that. But I want to show you my finishes for my kittens because I finished my fall ones. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I didn't FFO these yet on the hangers like I would typically do, because I feel like I want to do something on this little squirrel.
Yeah.
So, all right, so here are the ones that I stitched. I stitched the coffee cup, which is so cute.
So cute.
I stitched
Perfect.
the campfire.
Oh, that one's cute.
I stitched the apple basket. And I stitched the
you for that
cabin.
one.
Yay.
They're really cute.
I know, and I left my kitten, like my actual tin, on my desk with my little needle minder in it, because I keep one on my desk just if I stitch something else, then I have like a needle minder and a pair of scissors and stuff on my desk. But my needle minder was so cute. It was also a little pumpkin, but yay. Thank you, Erin, for dropping these off. I stitched them so quick because they were so cute. And yeah, now I'll have to figure out which ones I want to put on this little.
Yeah, I think I forgot to send you guys the PDF of the of all of the patterns, but I'll send that to you too as well. If you buy a Kittens, you can add on for $10 all 20 of the downloads, and then you have all the patterns, and you have the tin already, so you can just like make up your own extra ones if you want, or I don't know how else people do it, but that's what I like to just always have one in my purse, so I would want to have that.
Yeah, I mean, you just cut yourself a little square of fabric and go to town. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Erin. This was so fun. I love stitching. All right. Let's talk about whips, shall we? Erin, what have you been stitching on this past week?
We started school this week and I almost forgot because I didn't do it until day 3, but I almost forgot to do my yearly stitch for Aria. I started with this guy. So next year I'm going to have to do another one because someone's starting kindergarten next year.
Yeah.
But Aria this year got a little, so it's my squirrel from the fall, but I changed it to the gray because her favorite stuffed animal is a squirrel that looks like.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So 3rd grade.
Crazy.
I love this thing. It's fun to pull it out too, and to just, it's crazy how quick it's going. I can't believe she's already in 3rd grade, but I'm glad I remembered, and now I have tiny patterns that I can add to it.
I love it.
It's big. I mean, it goes up, but still, I got to get 12 things in here.
Oh,
We'll see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you'll
I didn't really plan it out that well.
I think it's part of the process though. Like you don't really know what you're going to stitch until it's that year. So you can't really plan out the spacing of everything. So you'll just
like throughout the year, I'll think about it too. I'll be like, oh yeah, what am I going to put on next year? And I can never think of it until it's like the week of, and then all of a sudden it always seems to come to me.
Yeah.
So
looks great.
Thank you. I love it. I'm very happy with that. I'm excited to start a new one too.
Oh yeah.
We're excited for the time. I'm excited for that too.
Bye.
Bye. The other one I've been stitching is actually for my, I'm making those calendar patterns. So I've been stitching February. This is January in case anyone wants to see what that one looks like. I have them all designed now and I'm so excited about them, but I have to get them stitched. So this is what February looks like.
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
That far on it, but I'm excited to release these. I'm going to release them in January. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. It's all a whole thing I have to work through in my head because it's a whole new thing for me to just release a pattern. I haven't done that yet.
That's true. But these are going to be amazing. Yeah.
Excited. They make me very happy. They're very cute. June is probably my favorite, but they're really cute and I hope people like them. The last thing I'm stitching is our group whip. Should I wait?
No, let's talk about it. It.
So I don't know if people remember from our last video, but ooh, sorry, I just full on showed part of the pattern.
Oh, it's fine.
If you can get the pattern from that, Godspeed. I mean, it's a big guy.
Well, you'd get like a page. So
you get one, yeah, and not even, it was so quick. But this is the pattern, Happy Campers. And we will put the link so that you can go to Cobweb Corner and purchase this. This pattern's still available from the Blue Flower.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big guy. Just be prepared. So be prepared to buy a big piece. Jodi's already second guessing everything. It's a big one. But I'll show, this is my start. And for context, this is just through here. Like just the top part.
Listen, people, if I'm doing this, you bitches can do this, okay?
But
Yeah.
the thing about this pattern, every time we look at it, we're always like, I'm just going to stitch like the canoeing animals because they're so cute. But then you're like, oh, but I also really want to stitch this porcupine because he's adorable. But so are these campers. Like there's nothing you can cut out. There's nothing. It's an adorable giant piece of art that needs to be stitched.
Yeah.
So if you would like to join us,
yes,
there is a hashtag. SCS Happy Campers Sale.
Yes.
It's camper with an S, right?
SCS Happy Camper Sal.
Okay. Is it camper?
Happy campers. Okay. Happy campers.
There's a lot of little campers here.
There's a lot of little campers. SCS Happy Campers Sal will be the hashtag.
Look I just noticed the bird. I didn't even see this guy before.
The little hummingbird. I know. He's so cute. Love
it. And it's really, that was one day of stitching. And for me, it's more like an hour and a half before my eyes shut.
That's a lot of progress.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it.
She's doing
it.
You
got this, girl. You got this.
We're going to start September 1st. So you have time this week to get it. Obviously, you do not need to start on September 1st. There's a very good chance that Jodi and I will also not start on September 1st, but that's when we are going to, Erin will put her progress and we'll show, this on our Instagram page, on the Steel City Stitchers page with the hashtag, so that as you're stitching it, use the hashtag, share your progress with us. You can, add the Steel City Stitchers if you want to, tag us in your post, but we would love to see your progress. The girls and I are actually going on a girls retreat later in the fall. And this is the piece that we all agreed that we were going to bring to work on collectively, but we don't want to wait until we go on our trip to start it. So that's why we're starting it September 1st. So you have time.
I'm having a hard time figuring out where to start.
Like you think?
What are you thinking?
Like, I don't want to mess up my fabric and not have enough.
That's why I think
need to either start.
Good.
What?
That's why I think a top corner is good.
I know, but I feel like if I start with that tree, I don't want to start with a tree. I want to start with like the campfire.
I'll say that
is
tree
also kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
that's true. My plan of attack is to do the border, because if I do that one single stitch border that goes the whole way around, this brown border, then I know that everything will fit on the fabric because everything is contained either within or like right
You're
on
right.
the border.
I should probably do the border
And
first. Then I can just move it around.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And if you measure out your fabric and you give yourself a 2-inch allowance on each side, you'll have plenty of room.
That's 4 inches if you think about it. Like,
the fabric,
so
there's plenty of space. I left plenty of space on your piece, but like, I will fuck it up.
I know, but I don't think you will.
You won't. You got this. I think
that's a good idea.
I think the way Kristen's doing it is the smartest way to do it.
Because then it all fits, and then you can do whatever you want in the middle.
Yeah.
And you don't have to set, and you can start wherever.
And like nothing goes beyond this borderline. So like where these pieces jut out,
nothing even juts out a little bit from there.
Nothing goes past it. It's straight down. So if you do that brown border, plus you want to make sure like your border matches, because that would be aggravating. So I just feel like by doing that, then it's going to be so fun to fill in all of these little elements, because you're going to get like that bulky border done first. And then you can just work on, and then you can jump around the pattern too, which is also nice. Cause like sometimes
it's just like all in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Border.
And Jodi, when you put it into, like, when you take the picture and you put it into your iPad or whatever you're using, you can write like the numbers of how long each thing are, because it's all symmetrical. So like when you're doing the border, like the angles are symmetrical. So like you'll know it'll be 12 or 19 or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's like little lights above the squirrels on the picnic table.
Oh, like string lights, like campfire string lights. I know.
Stop it. I hadn't seen that. It's so cute.
And like the little directional signs that say like Lake Trail Camp, like those the little,
It's too much. I want to do it now.
well, we're starting it. We can literally start it now.
Is this beaver at the roasting marshmallows, is that variegated?
No, nothing's variegated. Let me look at the,
You
Oh.
sure? It does have some
No.
weak stuff in there.
there are some weeks in there, but like honestly,
I don't think you have to use variegated though. I'm not planning on using variegated. I'm going to use my DMC. I know you guys are doing sulky.
if I have enough sulky colors to do this, that's what I'm concerned about.
I mean,
Like,
can't you
Use one,
can you
use
mix
one
and match
color.
sulky and DMC, or does it not look good?
Well, you don't want to use one because I only use one strand of sulky. So if I do DMC, I'd have to do two strands and that would be awkward. So I feel like I have enough greens. I just need to pull my sulky stash and make sure I have enough.
Yeah, I will say it's a lot of floss, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to get like a second skein of some of them because there are quite a few. But I think like that brown one, I think I'm going to have to get another. I don't think I have enough.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of different variations of green.
Yeah. There's a lot of greens. That's my only concern with doing sulky, that I won't
Well,
have.
you can always buy, I mean, listen, I bought that sulky, those boxes, how many years ago? I'm due for new boxes.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree
I
with that.
might just treat myself.
Treat
I mean-
yourself, girl.
I'm just like, I'm concerned because I also have the boxes. I just don't know if I have enough variety of green to.
There's
fit.
a lot of greens.
Do they sell like a Sulky's green collection or something? Is that something you can buy?
I mean, you can buy them individually. Oh, you can get like the little 6-packs of like different, I don't know if they have like a green one, but
That's what I was wondering.
Chris, I think we'll be able to find enough greens.
I think so too. Are we going to try to like match the same colors, or are you just going to go with your own colors?
I mean, I'm literally just gonna pull whatever I think
Yeah.
matches.
You have.
I sent you that app. So,
Oh, thank you.
um,
There is some variegated in here, like the blue on the top where the stars are, that looks variegated. The tent looks variegated.
But
nice
not
we do have
necessary.
some variegated sulkies that we could look at too,
Yeah.
because the sulky variegation,
I know.
that might work for some of the greens and the blues possibly. So
The
Are you
tent
doing
that
one
they're
strand of
using-
sulky?
I am doing one strand of sulky because I feel like I stitch faster when I'm only doing one strand, and I don't mind the look of one strand on 28. I know it's not as like dense as what some people would like, but I think it looks fine. I mean, I think it looks good to use one strand, but you know me, I don't like it to be super dense anyway.
Like a rug.
Yeah.
That's
that
what
you
mine
would want to though, Jodi.
I
I don't think
always
you
used
would be
to.
happy with one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I feel like doing the border first is going to give me a good feel for how it looks with just the one strand, and then it won't be,
I'm excited to stitch on fabric. I haven't stitched on 28 Lugana for years.
Yeah, and mushroom Lugana is like the only color that you could do for this pattern. I'm sorry, but like
Does it call for a fabric?
it does. It calls for light mocha linen from Zweigart, 40 count. Which is, I mean, it's basically this. Like it's light
Make
mocha, light brown.
It says 40 count too because it's so big.
Yeah, but I want this to be big. Like I don't mind the fact that it's big. I mean, this is going to be a piece to hang up for the ages, It's going to be so great.
I love it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're doing it, people. So get your stuff ordered.
Do it.
And join us on the 1st. All right, Erin, do you have any other whips?
That's it for me.
Okay, Jode, what do you got for whips?
I do have a whip. So before the puppies left, we had a little arts and crafts day, and I got their little paw prints, and I did like a canvas of their paw prints. And after they did the canvas, I got one of their prints on linen. And the colors all match what colors their collars were. So we had them color coded because a lot of them looked identical. And so without their collars, we didn't know who they were. So we would, instantly look at a colored collar and like know who it was. Like we just learned them so well. So I got them all on my linen, and I have stitched the gray one, which was Freddie. I stitched purple, which was Carrie, and I've stitched yellow, which was Clarice. And then I have the rest of these to go. So these are like the handprints that you did, Erin. They're not easy to stitch.
Not easy because you got to really push. You need a sharp needle.
You have to really push, and it's not like exactly on like an axle. Like it's not, but I'm getting through it, and it's every time I pull this out and I work on it, like my heart just gets so happy. Like I miss those puppies so much, but they're all doing well. In fact, one of the girls that adopted one of them wants to do like a reunion. So, and I'm in contact with all 8 of them. So we'll get them together at some point when they're a little bit bigger, but like one was on her way to go get him his first pup cup. Like they're all just getting like so spoiled, and it makes me so happy. So
Yeah.
Such good lives.
What an experience. If anyone asks me what I did this summer, raised 8 puppies and was on the softball field. That's literally all I did all summer.
That was the definition of the summer.
Also,
what's the scoop with mom, with Angela?
We are big giant failures, and we are going to foster fail her. So she gets space surgery on the 11th. So after that, we will make it official. So
Yay, we love Angela.
She's not going anywhere. Listen, me and her have been through way too much together for me to let her go somewhere. And it's interesting because that was never the plan. Like, it was never the plan. We were going to have these babies and we were going to send them all off. And just like the amount of time and work and like everything that I helped her with, and that that I saw her go through, and like, I don't know, we have this bond. And so she's still up for adoption on the website because we can't make it official till she's spayed. So she's up there, and I got a text message from someone in the organization inquiring about her because she has a family member that's looking for a dog. And this woman had met Angela a couple times because she did the puppies vaccines. And so she's been here, and she was like, it dawned on me that like, Angela would be the perfect dog for my sister's home. And I like lost it. And then I got really defensive, and I was like, that's my girl. Like,
yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know.
Don't know her. You don't know what she's been through. You don't you haven't done any of that. Like that, no one's taking that from me. And so like, as soon as that text message came through, it like clicked in my head. I'm like, I can't let this girl go anywhere.
No.
So yeah.
No.
And she looks so different. She's like a whole different dog. Those hormones and those puppies sucked the literal life out of her.
Yeah, we got to see her Saturday night, and she is like a sleek black seal. Like
she's like a seal.
Fur is so beautiful. Like all of the brown that she had on her is gone. She just looks so happy, and she put on weight. Like she looks like a healthy dog, and she's so freaking sweet. Like I can't even express how sweet she is. And so when Jodi told me that they had decided they were keeping her. I mean, because Jason and I both said, we were like, if we didn't have 3 dogs, like Angela would come and live with us because she is just like the perfect dog. She just has
She's
the best
perfect.
temperament. She's perfect. So I am so glad, Jodi, that you're keeping her because we get to experience her too. Like she's not leaving us. Like we get all be with her and
I
experience.
know. She's awesome. And Lucille and her are like getting, like, they're like attached now.
Yeah.
Like they were laying on the bed together earlier today, like snuggled up together. I'm like, I was so stupid to think that like.
She's not going anywhere.
All of the people that came to adopt the puppies, they were like, what are you doing with mom? Like, is she up for adoption? And I was like, yeah. Like, how stupid am I?
But I get where you're coming from. You wanted, you didn't want to be a foster fail right away. You wanted an opportunity to maybe foster again. But I think with her temperament, you could easily foster again.
We would, yeah. In fact, it's funny. We saw, it was like the day after the last puppy left. And someone had posted on one of the groups that I follow that there was like a pregnant stray in Butler County. And they were like going to try to like trap this dog, and she was undeniably pregnant. And she was like a stray pit bull. And I was like, I screenshotted it and I sent it. We hadn't cleaned up anything. Like we had the puppy pen, we had the whole, like the box, like everything was still set up because we still had a puppy here. And I screenshotted a picture of it to Michael, and I was like, let's go. Like, we're already prepared. We already have everything set up. Like, let's go. We need a minute. We need a minute. It was a lot. It was the most rewarding, surreal, crazy experience. Not one bit of it felt like work, although it was so much work.
Oh God,
like,
yeah.
An incredible amount of time and patience and money. Like, I mean, the amount of food that these dogs ate, and then like Angela was eating like 9 cups of food a day. Like I couldn't keep up with like all of the food, but it was amazing. It was amazing. If you ever have an opportunity to foster a dog or rescue, I highly recommend it. It's the most rewarding experience.
Yeah. And thank you to everybody who purchased shirts that Jodi was doing. We were able to match that donation. All of the money that we raised at the retreat, which was incredible, that we were able to give to Cross Your Paws and our local humane society here in Pittsburgh, Animal Friends. So even though if you don't have the time or the space to take in a rescue pet and to help out, your donations go so far. Like the amount of money that we were able to give to both of those organizations, Jodi organizing the t-shirts, it goes
such a long way. I mean, honestly, like I can say firsthand how much it costs to house 8 puppies, and these shelters and rescues are housing 5, 10, 15 times that amount. Like I cannot even imagine the costs. Yeah. So whatever it is, it's so vital for these places to stay open.
Yeah, 100%. So, well, I don't know, guys, maybe by episode 147, we'll have other puppies to show you. Just kidding.
I need a minute.
Maybe episode 200. I don't know.
The kids went back to school. They were a huge help over the summer. The timing worked out perfect.
Yeah, it definitely did.
And 2 of the pups are in my neighborhood, so I'll get to see them grow up.
Which is amazing. Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, good. All right. Well, your finish for them is amazing. What are you going to do with it when you actually stitch it? Are you going to frame it and hang it up?
Yeah, I probably will. I have the canvas on my wall in my office. I think I'm probably going to stitch so they all got new names. The only one that kept their name was Freddie, which is expected. But I might stitch their names like as we know them on here and then probably frame it.
Yeah, 100%. That'll be awesome. That'll be such a great thing to just
I know.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other finishes or other whips? I'm sorry. We're
No, that's all. And I'm about to start this monster. So for the next foreseeable future, this will be it, guys. Cause
You sound
you
like
know
me.
me.
You sound like me. Well, I do have a couple of whips. I started implementing this plan where I was going to alternate between 4 whips throughout the week and then leave Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as free days to just stitch whatever. Well, then I got really lazy and I didn't feel like swapping out the pattern that I was working on. So I ended up just working on Saga for like the majority of the time, which not complaining because I love it. However, I wasn't really good about putting in time on the other patterns after a while. But I feel like I've rejuvenated my stitchy bug with my Halloween and fall type whips. So I do really want to put like 3 of those into the rotation and take some of these other ones out so I can keep working on it. But Saga's just like, it's got, you know, I'm making such good progress on it. So I don't want to stop because I feel like I'm never going to keep up with it. So anyway, let me show you though some of the other smaller ones before I show you Saga. So last time we were talking about the underwater city sow. So I made some additional progress on her. But again, she'll probably go away for a while, but that's okay. Then I was working on my gobble couple. This is the freedom couple. George and Martha Gobble Free. No, that's not right. It's not right. Glory and Julius Gobble Free. So this is the one I was working on.
Oh yeah, I just put that away.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah.
And last time when we filmed on our last episode, I had like nothing done with it, but I actually made some good progress on it.
Oh, look at all beautiful.
Thank you. I am doing this with Cottage Garden Threads. I think I said that last time.
That's the Australian one, right?
Yeah,
just like so pretty.
This is on 56 count, so it's not going to be, you know, humongous. But again, I'm really over the summer patriotic stitching at this point, so this one's going to be going away for a while too.
I like that you're using Australian floss to stitch a patriotic.
You know how to do.
Yeah. They like us.
Yeah, sometimes I guess. I don't know, maybe. It's fine. So I stitched on that. Then I put a little bit more work into my Game of Thrones sampler.
Oh.
So I'm almost to the bottom. So once I get like a couple more stitches in here, then I can start moving my way over to the left, but or to the right. But yeah, it's coming along pretty well. So again, this is the Game of Thrones sow that we're doing with Sarah and Larry. Jason never started his. He probably never will start his. Let's just be honest. And so now I'm sitting on a piece of like 16 count Ada that he's never going to stitch on, but it's fine. But I'm doing Targaryen. So for those of you who are joining along, that's what this is. And
I love that F-bomb needle binder too. It's one of my favorites.
Well, that Larry made those for us, and I'm doing out with him, so I wanted to use like Larry's stuff for it. And then, so like I said, I'm working on Saga a lot, and there's dog hair all over it, which is just part of the course. But here is
my God.
So this is the largest. So this is the 3rd panel. This is the 4th panel. This is the largest panel. So the panels go up and they get progressively smaller. So I feel pretty accomplished that I've made it to the bottom corner.
Oh, you should.
Thank you. And this hippo is just solid stitching.
I can really see that it's a hippo now. I know before
it was hard. Look at that. Yeah. Is that like a crane?
Yeah, it's like a crane.
Oh.
There's like a fox here. Yeah, there's like
how intricate even like the archway is. It's so beautiful.
So this center panel is a carousel, which I'm really excited to stitch. But I love it so much. I can't stop stitching on it. But this is like weeks of work, and this is literally all I've accomplished. So it's just a ton of stitching.
I feel like, yeah, you can see it. It's a lot.
but I like it. But I'm excited to work on this, and then I'll be able to work on my Happy Camper Sal, and maybe I'll throw a Halloween pattern into my rotation and do better about swapping them out during the week. Or else I'll keep one at my desk and then one, you know, in the living room next to my stitchy chair. So that's the plan anyway, but good progress. All right. So we had some giveaways. I know it's been a while. You've probably forgotten that you even entered in and left comments about our giveaways, but we did pull some winners. So let's see what we had last time. And again, all of our giveaways are graciously donated to us by our good friend Carla at Cobweb Corner. Please go visit her site, buy some stuff. Her shipping is lightning fast and she is a doll. And we really appreciate, you know, her generosity with supplying not only us with patterns, but you all as well. So Erin had frog. So that was your keyword this week. So these two cute little patterns. And hers is going to Ashley Dawson 7093. So congratulations, Ashley.
Okay.
And Jodi had holiday.
Mine are upstairs.
Cool. Okay, go back to 145, episode 145.
They're right on my desk.
But winner is the Island Sea Stitcher. So I feel like you've won before. So I'll look through the emails to see if we have your mailing address, and then I'll just we'll get that out to you. But or just send us an email and just remind us. That's probably the best bet because we're probably gonna forget.
Just do that.
Just do that. Help us out. I'm sorry. And then, we're terrible at this. And then I had the Heart and Hand Anytown and the bee quilt. So the word I used was bee, and this one's going to Mindy Jensen 6356. So congratulations, Mindy.
Yay, Mindy.
So for those of you, we called your name, just go ahead and email us your mailing address at steelcitystitchers@gmail.com, and we will get these shipped out to you as soon as we do. Which is not always fast, but we get them out eventually. I don't have a stack sitting here. I did mail out all of our giveaways, so I feel like I'm on top of things. Okay, so anyway.
Well, we're back into like routine mode now because we're in fall and kids are back and we should be recording more. And we'll get there. You guys, this is it. We're back in routine.
Summer was real busy. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is for everybody in the summer, and I totally get that. And I'm sure a lot of people weren't spending a ton of time watching floss tube videos either. So now that it's getting colder and we're getting into fall and everyone's, you know, got their stitchy bug back, because of course fall and Halloween patterns are so fun to stitch. Hopefully we can get some videos out, like Erin said, soon. So we won't have this big long stretch between videos again. And if we have any updates about the retreat, this is the place to hear those updates. We'll do our best to post them on our Instagram and Facebook page too. Oh, and also we will be creating a Facebook retreat page, a retreat group for 2025. So we'll announce when that is open for you to go in and join. It's a really great place to meet people. We have a lot of new people coming this year, which is great. We also have a lot of return people, which is also fantastic, and we appreciate that so much. But it's just a really fun place to meet people and prepare and find table mates. And if it's your first time coming and you're intimidated, there are so many wonderful people who come to our retreat, and they're so welcoming. Trust me, you will make friends in about 5 seconds when you walk in the door. So, and you can find roommates too if you want to, if you want to share a room and share that hotel cost as well. So there's always a lot of chatter in that Facebook group. So we'll get that posted as well. Anybody else have any other updates for anyone tonight?
Just don't forget I have my fall tins are available now, and then the advent calendar is available through September 25th. And then come November, I will have my Christmas patterns out. So
you're a busy beaver.
Working away.
Yeah, you're a busy little beaver with the patterns. Love it. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. We love you all. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you hopefully in a couple of weeks. Bye.